Hello all, welcome to Random Art with Karen. And sorry, my cat's in here, so that camera may have gotten bumped. I'm in my Prayerful planner daily. I know a lot of you have very busy lives. You have children, grandchildren, you work, other activities, but yet you still want to do some type of faith journaling. So I'll give you a few ideas here. Hopefully that'll help you. This is a printable from Beautiful Good News, and it was only $1.50, so very affordable. And I print mine out on these Mako clear label sheets, the 8.5 by 11 and the matte finish. So let me get a few of these cut out and get this started. And I'm going to try to keep an eye on my time, because that's the whole dealio of why I'm doing this video. That you use your time wisely. I know in some of my videos I say, get up a few minutes early and, do your journaling then. Well, some of you already get up early. And, oh, I get that. Or some of you are like, I really need that extra 10 minutes of sleep. I get that too. There are some days I sleep in. Sometimes because I haven't slept well the night before for whatever reason. Yeah, sometimes I don't know. Why didn't I sleep good? So I get that. And then in the evening, you're too exhausted to do anything, right? So see, this takes up a lot of nice space here. So do I want to put that here? Do I want to put that over here? Let's see, put the smaller one. I think I'm going to put it over here. Do I need to use white out anywhere? Yep, I think I'm going to white out the planet part. The other thing too, I know people will buy planners and journals and great intentions. We all have great intentions. And I'm going to do this every day. And then for some reason, they miss a day, and then they miss another day. And let me focus so I can hopefully get this straight. And when you miss a day, then you look back and then you feel guilty, or like, oh, should I just try to get caught up? You know what I would do? Of course, first of all, if you have an undated, you just write when you are able to write. You journal when you're able to journal. You don't have to be, married to a date. So that's one of the beauties of the undated. Well, let's say you got a dated. I'll come back and trim that off a little later. Let's say you got a dated. Well, you could cut this washi strip off and then cover the date, right? So there it doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. Let's go ahead and get my paper trimmer out. Yeah, I don't have one of those machines. I just cut the bottom of my pot off. I don't have a machine to cut, so I do all of my cuts by hand. So that does take. How we doing on our time? Just going to put a few stickers down. So this particular planner sheet has some scripture writing plan, along with what she has printed here script-wise. So that can be your journaling for the week. And don't do this all in one day. Like maybe just put your stickers out there and get them down. And then come back the next day and write your scripture. Yeah, that one wanted to stick to me good. Do one more cacti. Yeah, see, the desert works constantly to forbid it, and still the cactus blooms. So she has some scripture that goes along with that. And just write a scripture a day. And do it all just on these pages till you get it filled up. And then you'll go on to the next 2 pages. Again, just start with a little bit, like putting down some stickers or some washi tape. Next day, come in, write your scripture. You can also do different translations. So let's look at, we'll cut this little bit off. So here is her scripture reading plan that was on the page. So the first one is Psalm 143:6. So let's look at Psalm 143:6. Of course, I went ahead and tabbed it to expedite my time. Psalm 143:6. I spread out my hands to you. I thirst for you like a parched land. So you could write that down. Write that down, and you can use this as a little bookmark, or if you want to cut that out and also put on there, you know, that's fine. So that wouldn't take much time to write right there. But I go to Bible Gateway. That's where I go for the different translations. So here I have Psalm 143:6. Here it's showing you Amplified Bible version translation. But you see all the different ones here. English Standard, Good News Translation, International Standard, Living Bible, New American Standard, King James. Yeah, there's a lot to choose from. So you can go ahead. Let's see what the Tree of Life is like. Tree of Life. And do a search. So pretty much the same as the other version. But again, if you want to, write it in several different versions. All right, then tomorrow or the next day that you're able to do any faith journaling, look up the next scripture, Psalm 42:2. Write it down. And whatever amount of time you have on that one, either go on to the next verse or write a different translation. Your other option is write your verse down, and maybe there's a word in there. Write the definition of that word. Maybe it's trust, faith, prayer. So, yeah, don't overwhelm yourself. Take baby steps. All right. Okay, Editing Karen here. I wanted to show you that I chose to put the scripture here. Also, beautiful good news. So when I do my flip through, and I can tell y'all where I got this from. But as far as covering up, I just use Bic Whiteout. I used it here and decided to put the hearts there and then the washi there. So if you do have a dated and you get behind, you know, there's your cover up. Another option would be you could put that there, and then one of the, you know, the Bible verse up there. I chose to cut mine a little bit, as you can see here. I did mean for that to go straight, but my little cat jumped up and bumped my arm, and there you go. So again, on your first day, if you're doing this, you could write 2 scripture down, because you look how short they are. So, you know, day 1, lay out your stickers, your decorative stickers. Day 2, you know, read a scripture or 2, however your time allows. And then again, if you have a dated and you get behind, this only took, I don't know, a couple of minutes to cover up, you know, because I'd already cut out my washi and then cut out my hearts. All right, so stay tuned because I am going to finish this out on camera so you can see how it all ends up. So hold on. Okay, so this is how it turned out. I did add a little washi tape here and another pot and some of the hearts. And then with Jesus, you will thirst no more. So I wrote down all of my scripture except for Exodus. I did read Exodus 17, 1 through 6. This is when the Israelite community set out from the desert and they were camping and they were quarreling with Moses. Say, give us water to drink. And he says, why do you quarrel with me? And then, of course, Moses cried out to the Lord. And the Lord said, go out in front of the people. And so anyway, they got their water. So that's what all that was about. So I chose not to write that down. But I did get the other verses down. Yeah, so just think about it. Day 1, get your large decorative stickers out, whether they be physical stickers, printables. Get some beautiful pictures off of Pinterest, you know. And then the next day, write your scripture down. If you have time, write another scripture down. If you have a day like day 3, you read a scripture and you want to do a little more research on that, look it up in a different translation and write that other translation. Day 4, write another scripture down. So don't overwhelm yourself is the moral of the story. All right, good people. I hope you liked this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up, please. Those of you that do subscribe, you know I appreciate you. And if this is your first time here, I hope you will consider subscribing. Let's do the wave bye. Look forward to doing some prayerful planning with you next time.